Hey everyone, it's Sunday, July 5th. I thought I'd do a little weekly video to catch up on where I'm at with my Whine and Whips. If you're in the Stitch Mania group, you know what that is. And I wanted to do, D-Stitcher just did a tag for year in review, the 6-month edition, and I thought that's kind of a cool idea. So I thought I'd do that. So I'm going to start with that. And then I'll do my finishes and what I'm doing with the Whine and Wip in July. Okay. First question is the year going the way you planned? Yes, I think it is. I'm more behind on the frosted pumpkin stitchery than I want it to be. And I have not got as far along on Stargazer by Mirabilia as I'd wanted to. I started that May 17th on our anniversary, and I've only stitched on it for 2 nights. And I really thought that, because I love it so much, I think it's beautiful, but I don't want to work on it around our kids, mainly because I have all the beads. I have everything in a mesh bag. I'll show you what I keep mine. I keep my projects in these zippered bags. You can get them on Amazon. This one I think is like $5 or $6. This is the 10 by 13 size, and it will hold an 8 by 8 Q-snap in there. I actually usually keep 2 projects at a time in them. 1 Q-snap, but 2 projects. Anyway, these are, you can get them on Amazon. DownSunshineLane.com sells them, and I believe 123 Stitch might have them. But they're by Alvin. They're just Alvin zippered mesh bags, and sometimes you get them with a different color zipper, but they have a ton of sizes, and I use them with my scrapbooking stuff. I use them with cross stitch, and they're fantastic. Anyway, back to the point. Since I keep everything in those project bags, all my little Mill Hill bead containers are in there, and I really would rather not have my girls get hold of them. They're already all poking at my, when I have stuff in the little boxes, and the 3-year-old says the colors, and then the 5-year-old's looking at all the Krynics and any little beads, and she keeps touching the needles even after I tell her to stop. So anyway, I work on that when they're not here, like if they spend the night with my parents, or if they're gonna be, if they go down early, and anyway. So we're gonna work on that 2 nights. So I'm not where I wanted to be with that, but things are slowly moving faster since Stitch Mania. It's really kind of kicked me in gear. I've really got my stitchy bug back. So I'm not upset with where I'm at for the year, because I didn't have a plan for the year, and I try not to do a lot of whips because it drives my little OCD brain insane. I prefer to focus on one project at a time. I can't do the work on it for these few days and then switch to this one. Especially if I'm in the groove stitching on the other one, I just want to keep going. But it is what it is. So yes, I'm fine with how I'm at this year. Second question is, have you learned anything new about yourself? Yeah, I know I really do not like having multiple whips. I had 4, I have 5 right now. I just finished 2 in the last 3 days, maybe 4 days, that were smaller, and it just drives me nuts to think, okay, I have this little Christmas ornament left over from Christmas I didn't finish. I have this Star Wars thing for my daughter that she asked for 2 months ago, not finished. I'm not caught up on the story time, and I've got this, and I'm working on that, and I have 2 Halloween projects from last year that are not done, that I wanted done last year. And I hate going, oh my gosh, I got to get this one done so I can get those done. And at least right now, nothing I'm stitching is a gift. It's all for me or my daughters in our house. There's no time constraints except the things that are decorations for Halloween or for Christmas. And, you know, I'd really rather not have another year pass before I can put out these Halloween stuff. So that's what I've learned, is I really need to just focus on 1 or 2, and that be it. Third question, have you learned any new techniques? Well, yes. I learned about the pin stitch start method. I'd never heard of that before. I haven't used it yet, but I thought it was interesting. But this is so silly and basic, and I don't know why I never thought of it. I do the loop start when I can with my DMC threads, and starting your loop from the front just blew my mind. I just, like, you've got to be kidding me. I can start my loop from the front. So that's my new, it's really a technique, but that's my new thing I've learned that I do, and I think it's awesome. And the people posting YouTube videos about French knots has been very helpful, but I still can't do it. So, if you have another video, I believe Copy Stitcher was talking about possibly doing a little tutorial with French knots. So, yeah, do it. I do have this, I don't have it with me. It's a cheat sheet. It was in either Just Cross Stitch or World of Cross Stitching like 10, 12 years ago in their magazine. It was a little section on a cheating way to do a French knot. And I cut it out and I taped it inside one of my little project boxes. And whenever I knew to do a French knot, and I'm not going to do a bead, this is how I do it. It's somewhat the same technique, but it ends up being smaller. I can tell it's not a French knot by looking at like the French knots other people have done on close-ups of their work. But when you're just doing eyeballs and things, it works fine. So, but I will remember to show you guys that because it's interesting. Anyway, okay, next question. What do you want to accomplish by the end of the year? I want to get my whips done. The Sam Sarah Mystery Sampler, Halloween Sampler from last year, I didn't finish. The Frosted Pumpkin Story Time, I'm actually caught up to July. I've started July's. It's not done, but I'm in this month, so I want to stay on course with that. My whip. Anyway, I want to get all my whips done. I want to get further along on Stargazer. I want to really work on Lizzie Kate's ABCs of Parenting next month. And then I have this which is one of my whips for Whine and Whips for July and Stitch Mania. So I will go ahead and pull the chart out so you guys don't see the chart. Sorry, needle minders. Okay. It is called Witch and Friends. It's designed by Donna Giampa of Vermilion Stitchery. It was in the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue 2 years ago, so 2013. I got the magazine just for that. Sorry, let me put it back together here. Check out my fun little needle minder I use. Cool. I don't remember who I bought it. I usually buy them from Gina. Anyway, and I am using, I know it's a Picture This Plus fabric. And it's something, is it Carnival? It's something Halloween type name. That's all I can recall. But it's got, the lighting is so bright down here. That's where I'm at. I've got the kitty. Well, I don't have any back stitching done yet. The kitty, the owl, the witch's hands, the pumpkin, and started the other kitty here. I wish you guys could see the coloring on this. It's like, woo, flying needles. Rusty oranges, greens, and it's the crystal linen, and it's, I believe, 32 count linen. But you can see there's like a blob of greenie over here, and boy, I really do hope the coloring is better than what I'm seeing, because it's just so washed out. And then I got the kitty from Gina's Unique Needle Minders. So I guess I have another one. Anyway, I would like to get this done, but I can't show the chart. It has so many little half stitches, quarter stitches, and changing colors. You can see The pumpkin has 5 or 6 colors of orange and yellow. And it's just, I don't even want to say that it's confetti. It's just the chart's small. I need to enlarge the chart. I really can't show it to you guys, but a 10 by 10 square is seriously, yeah, a 10 by 10 square is like the height of my pinky, and I have short, stubby fingers. I mean, they're 5/8 of an inch in height on this chart, and I know it's to get it in the magazine, so the chart is shrunk, but it's, I think that's part of why I've been discouraged by it, is I'm reading off such a, I'm having to squint and, you know, feeling all 35 years of my age working on squinting at this chart. So, and it's, there's no specialty threads or beads in it. It's all DMC. I thought it was really cute. I like the old-fashioned vintagey witch. Okay, so I'm going to get that done. So that is what I want to accomplish by the end of the year. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. I'd really like to get 4 done. I could see myself definitely getting 4 done, I hope. So, stick to it. So that was my first of the Whine and Whips. I have 2 finishes for this month. I believe I finished this one on July 1st or 2nd. I started this last year. This was by Little House Needleworks. It was from the ornament issue, just cross stitch last year. Using all, I believe, all gassed threads, and there's a little DMC, like the tree trunk was DMC, and the dark hat, I think is 3371. Her coat dress, supposed to be, it might be Weeks Dye Works, it's supposed to be barn door, and I don't have that one, and I was going through my colors, and I came across Antique Rose. It's a gassed, and I thought, oh, that would be really pretty. So that's what I did. And I actually got, what it is stitched on was an already finished item that you just stitch onto. And I know I got it through, is it called Cross Country Stitching? I don't know if that magazine's still in production, but years ago, when I used to be into a lot of the primitive and country style stitching and decor, I got a few of these, and I had this one left over. And I thought, oh, worked great. Christmas Eve, throw it on the door hanger, and we're done. Okay, so that's one finish. Oh, and that was 14 count Aida, and it's almost like a burlap Aida. So sometimes the thread would kind of, the needle and thread would get kind of caught, and ugh, glad that one's done. But, and then I just finished this last night. I posted a picture on Stitch Maynia and on the Clouds Factory Funky Stitchers group. And I posted the picture before before I fixed what Abby didn't like on it. This was Abby, our 5-year-old. She commissioned me to stitch this for her. She's all about the Star Wars Lego stuff. And I showed it to her, and she said, well, what about their faces? They don't have a mouth. So I added little mouths on some of the characters. It's Star Wars. A little easy, you know. Princess Leia and Luke and Han Solo now have a mouth. I gave her a smile. They both have a smirk. And then Yoda has a straight line, because Yoda to me is kind of like a lizard-ish creature, and they don't really have smiles. So she was happy with those smiles. I'm glad I didn't have to, you know, add one onto this dude over here, because I don't, whoever he is. But she was very happy with the changes. All DMC. I stuck to their colors that they recommended. The fabric was a 14 count Aida Silk Weavers. I don't recall the name. But it was one they had on their sale page recently. So it was a good deal, and she was excited about it. She wanted it on a blue. That popped up on their sale page. Done. Bought. We're good to go. It's really reminding me why I don't like stitching on Ada. It just... Part of the time, I end up using a needle that's too small. I really like... I use 28 count needles a lot. Couldn't on this because the needle would fall back through the holes. So, yeah. So that's that. So I've 2 finishes for July. We're moving right along. Okay, next up. I wanted to show one of my other whips. I know a lot of people have worked on this, are working on this. I think Garrett's working on this. Who's also coffee stitching. Hello, friend. Hello. This is the Samsara Mystery Sampler, Halloween Mystery Sampler. This is the... Yeah, notice the color of Mr. Moon. The symbol for Mr. Moon and the symbol for pumpkin orange were very similar, especially to my blind eyes at night. So my moon is orange. And I realized that after he was done. This was the first section, and then this was the second section, and then I believe all the crows and most of those, everything down here, I believe was the bottom, including the crows in the middle. Okay, so you had 3 sections. I finally finished that stinking moon that was so big. And I post a picture of it and realize, why does my moon look different? Why does theirs look so butter yellow? And mine is so... And I think the color I used is carrot. It's an orange. And then I noticed somebody else did it too. And then we realized, oops, we got our symbols mixed up. So, that really discouraged me. But then some people said, you know, hey, go with it. You know, it's yours. Do what you want. Make it your own. And it doesn't look bad. And I really don't want to stitch him again. So here's my orange moon. So, I mean, it's on the 32 count polka dot linen fabric that seems to have been super popular lately. I would not personally buy this fabric with the polka dots on it for a project unless it was already recommended. And with this, it came as a kit, so it came with it, and it's fine. It looks good with this. You can't really see it, the dots through. You might be able to see it through some of these creamy stars, but you see what really bugs me about the moon being orange? The nose features and the eyebrows. They're on there. It's a brown, and they just kind of get lost. So, anyway, I finally got the banner done. I need to get this out again, but I know I'm going to just go on it again when I get to the pumpkins. There's something about stitching large areas of the same color, whether it's DMC thread or variegated thread, which is more interesting. I don't like it. I realized that years ago when I would stitch pumpkins for Halloween stuff, and just they'd be really cute charts. You know, I love Lizzie Kate and Bent Creek, and you know, they've always done such cute, primitive, not so even primitive, country-ish, folksy. I just hate stitching large sections of one color. It bores me. So there's that. Anyway, okay. So I want to work on this month. Something else. Yes, I do. Okay. I have things all over the place. And then my frosted pumpkin, I'm partway through. The frame is done. The water at the bottom, a lady shallot. I'd never heard of lady shallot. And I even loved Anne Green Gables, and I still didn't know about lady shallot. So, I need to read that. And I'm pretty sure since it's a poem, it wouldn't be too horribly long. Unless it's like the Odyssey, and then I'm going to cry. But, I have a minor in English literature, and that really kind of made me sad that I'd never even heard of it. Oh, what can do? I don't use my degree. I'll stay home with my children. So, and then next I was going to work on it this month, but now that Stash Queen has started a stitch along type thing, doing something with ABCs for next month, for August. My baby's starting kindergarten. I thought I would work on this Lizzie Kate ABCs of Parenting, which I think is super funny. It's cute. Not so much funny. It's cute. I hope that's not mirrored and you can read it. Accept your child. Be consistent and fair. Calm fears. Dream. Encourage. Forgive mistakes. Guide. Have fun. Invest time. Just listen. Quit lecturing. Respect. Privacy. Simplify. Take time to read. The last one's very important. Get your Z's. So, I haven't done a whole lot on that. Take it off here, this side. Just gonna take it one side. It is on a silk weaver, even weave. I believe it's. I should really start writing down the names of the fabrics I use. I'm so sorry. I never, ever, ever know. I am sticking to the threads they recommend. So that's where I'm at. I started in the middle. I'm a middle starter. So I started in the middle, down, I want to say, where am I? Maybe mold, character, negotiate. Mold, character, okay. I believe that's where I started. I kind of have worked my way up and down. So, I may have started with the basket and worked over. But anyway, that's, it's slow going. I've been working on it a little bit the last few days. And then I saw it's going to go on in August. And I was like, that's a good idea. It gives me a reason to work on it in August. So something to not focus on today. So, together. That is where I'm at on that. So it's a third done, maybe? And it's a fast stitch. It's not, taking terribly long. I just, like everybody else, I get bored and want to move on to something else. And I believe I had started this, and then the Samsara mystery sampler came out. Didn't that come out, I want to say in August of last year? Early August. And I believe that's about the time I started this. So, and I want to get, I know some people were ragging on this one, and I don't understand why. The Mean Mother, Lizzie Kate Mean Mother, and it's similar to this. It's like what you need to do in order to be a mean mother. Make them do chores, respect you, ground them, take away their phones. And I thought it was funny. I think it's cute. And some people I saw were upset about it. But I also saw some of the people upset about it. I don't believe I have children. You know what? Think different when you have kids. So, that is that. That's all I have. So I hope everybody had a good 4th. We stayed home. Little ones that are definitely afraid of noises, loud noises. We got our little fireworks at the fireworks stands. We can set them off in our town. We did the poppers. We did a couple parachutes. Smoke balls are a big hit still. But the second we lit off our first fountain, they were done. They were screaming and crying, I want to go inside. I want to go inside. And so we said, okay, we're going in. We're done. I'll give those to my brother and my nephew. They have a farm. They like to blow things up. So, and then I tried taking Abby to see our town's fireworks display. They do a really nice one. She wanted to go, and we left at 9:30 last night. We get to park. The first 2 or 3 boom booms go off, and she's freaking out. I want to go home. I don't like fireworks. They're scary. I want to go. Whatever. So, came home. So that was that. Nothing exciting around here. I made an apple dump cake. that was quite delicious. And I got it on Pinterest. You take, it was 2 cans of apple pie filling on the bottom with the goop in it. And then you just dump a cake mix on top, and I just used vanilla cake mix. And then on top of that, 1/2 cup of melted butter. Just pour over it, drizzle it around. Then you bake it for almost an hour at 350. And it was like a apple crumble. The only thing, I wish I'd had more apple in it. And what they actually recommended doing was using 3 cans of canned peaches in a heavy syrup. And I'm thinking that the goop that apple pie filling has, that syrupy mix, was just thicker. And I think if it had been a little thinner, it would have been better. But it was fun. Something different. Try to do something different. And it only got up to like 80 degrees yesterday in Missouri, and that's like unheard of on the 4th of July. So it didn't bother me at all to be running the oven. So anyway, I'm starting to ramble now, so I will say goodbye. Good night. Have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, and I will talk to you all soon.